What's up, guys? My name is Daniel, aka RadicalNine, and today we have a brand new season, brand new update to Backpack Brawl, and I am super excited. We have a new hero, Hob Gang, which is who we're going to be focusing on. And as you can see from my hero screen, I've been a little bit busy grinding out most of my heroes up to competitive mode. Um, I do have 9 out of the now 13 heroes, and I'm going to be looking to bring you more content in the future. But for now, we're going to be working with Hob Gang. I've played several games with him. I've got him at level 5 and just reached gold. We don't have access to all the items yet, obviously, but he's a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying him, and I wanted to do a video to show you the builds that I've been having success with so far in leveling him up. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the trick with Hob, or at least the difficulty with him, seems to be navigating his early game. I think he's got a very strong late game, but early he has a little bit of trouble sometimes. So I'm going to start off. I'd really like another blowgun. That's this thing. It works very similarly to Sage's crossbow. It has darts as opposed to bolts, but it does actually work with Sage bolts, which we may get into that a little bit. There is a heist mechanic that will start coming into play next round, and it allows us to build items from other heroes' stores, which I haven't been able to fully complete a heist yet. Some of them require items from Hob that I haven't unlocked yet, but it does seem like a very interesting and potentially really powerful mechanic. So far, I've seen heists from Sage, Celeste, Harkon, and Nymphadora and Buzz. So getting access to items from other shops, and the full mechanic around Hob seems to be about stealing, which is really, really cool. I love the idea of being able to get a bunch of items from other heroes on a regular basis. You can get that already with the treasure box, but Hob takes it to a new level. And we did lose that. Not entirely surprising. Ooh, coconut. Coconuts are very important for Hob. They allow him to upgrade, and you can actually build a coconut out of yarn now. Yarn, the sticky stuff potion, and a rock. He can also build daggers, interestingly enough, and we will probably end up using a dagger. Ooh, looks like we have a dwarf heist. So, okay, we've got some interesting options here. I'm going to go ahead and take the bag, and I will put my heist in play. Now, generally, you do get some benefits from putting your heist in this yellow starting bag. Gives you a little bit more potion usage, but we don't have a potion yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll save the Traveler's Hat. They've changed that. I do like the change. Every 4.5 seconds, you're gaining a resist, which is really, really good compared to just having a chance to gain one when the time of day changes. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to run any more weapons. I think the stick doesn't really do much for us here. I'll go ahead and save one shield as well. He has a weapon that upgrades out of a spiked shield, so gonna look to get that. That's a very good. It's the unsafe safe cracker. Another Ronin. Ronin does really well against him early, but later on you will start obliterating Ronins, which is nice because I've been playing Harkon lately, and Harkon doesn't do very well against Ronin through most parts of the game, so I'm starting to enjoy destroying the Ronin players a little bit. We'll see if we can destroy this one. There we go. We do take a win here. One win, one loss. Very good. We need to take all of the wins that we can. Okay, mining pick and a tactical blowgun for our heist. So we just need a club for that. That shouldn't be too hard. We'll get to step 3. We do have boons. Some are returning, like Gambler's Fortitude. I'm still familiarizing myself. I do think Spirit of Heistmas is good. Naughty or Nice is very, very risky. I don't think it's particularly wonderful. I'm just going to go with the Spirit of Heistmas just to start stealing buffs. Hob seems to be all about theft and stealing, which is... it's certainly a thing. I think it's really cool. I don't condone crime, necessarily. But for Hob, I think it's wonderful. The bronze bar is another thing that we're going to want to keep just to have for later. You can build a discordant harp out of that, which is how we upgrade our tactical blowgun to its mythical counterpart. Still only on one weapon, and I don't particularly like that, but I don't think that there's anything that we can really do about it. Does this count? No, it doesn't count as a tool, so that's not going to benefit us here. Guess we're just going to have to run with this for a bit. Actually, we'll swap these around to get the spiked shield going. I don't want to upgrade into the wizard's robe. Hob has defensive items that upgrade out of the traveler's cloak and the leather cloak and the traveler's hat separately. And he does have a mythic that you will combine the items that upgrade out of these eventually, but we're not there yet. So let's see if we can survive another Ronin fight. And we're back. I do apologize, I had some technical difficulties during the last fight, but we did end up taking the victory. We are at 2 wins, 1 loss on Hob, and in a fairly good state to move forward here. So let's see what we're going to do. We have our white sticky stuff potion, and I will go ahead and take that. And take the bronze bar. I still really do not like that we're just running with 1 bolt and 1 weapon. Just to, dealing with what the shop gives us. But now that we have the bronze bar, we should have a little bit more income here. Another Ronin player. We do have quite a few thorns from our spiked shield, which is definitely going to help us against him. His thorns aren't really going to do anything against our blowgun, as it's a ranged weapon, and we seem to be doing pretty well. Now, as you can see, unlike Sage, the blowgun actually has a method of refilling its own darts. You don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to get a quiver? Oh, do I need to get astral gloves? Hob doesn't seem to have those problems, which is really, really nice, coming from somebody who's played quite a bit of Sage. So, relic time. We don't have great options here. I'm gonna... we'll take the cursed idol. Okay. This is starting to shape up well. As you can see, we have a present in the shop now. I'm not going to worry with the present. It's a bit random, especially for something that costs 8 gold. But I will go ahead and take a bag and get myself another blowgun, so that we're not just rocking 1 weapon anymore. Definitely want to save the skull, as it will work with both our cursed idol, and if we can ever get a file and a dagger, we can upgrade into the full unsafe safecracker. Yeah. Hob does have tools that he runs, so That is potentially an option for us, but it's not really going to do much for us here. Yeah, we don't have any melee weapons right now. It doesn't really do us any good. I'll reroll just to see what we get. And I like these options. I do want to pick up another dart eventually. And I don't want to sell my heist item though. We'll just go ahead and lock some of these. We can use the yarn to get a fedora and the pleasant green paste to... We could either upgrade one of our bolts, but I think I'm going to go with the trusty trench coat. And that's going to start benefiting from having items from another hero, so hopefully we'll be able to continue with this heist as well. So let's fight a Channa. And hammer and a broom and a coconut. Okay. Well, this is gold still. We are fighting people who are still learning, as we're still learning Hob. I have been facing quite a few people with surprisingly effective builds for their level, but this doesn't seem like one of them to me. Yeah, she doesn't really seem to be able to do much to us at all. Is gaining quite a bit of armor, but it's not going to last. I hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween. I know mine was fantastic. Halloween weekend is a little bit crazy in my household, but we had a fantastic time out trick-or-treating with the kids, and spent way too long working on a Minecraft cake for my son's birthday. It turned out amazing. All of the kids and most of the parents immediately knew what I was going for, so I'm going to call that one a success. So we've expanded our arsenal a little bit. I've put in bolts. This blowgun can take advantage of both of the darts. This one's still only going to be on one. We have the skull working with our cursed idol, and we're going to be upgrading into that trench coat soon. Next round I will get the fedora, or the yarn for the fedora, but I don't think it's too big of a priority right now. See, this seems like a somewhat better Ronin build. Bite Trap's not going to do too much against us, hopefully. But certainly better than that Channa from last fight. And yeah, stacking up that curse. Curse is still very good. Cursed Idol is still very good. I think the ability to practically guarantee it on Enoch is going to make it extremely oppressive. But you never know, we'll see. Rich flavor. I have done this. It's not bad. It is a potion that absorbs golden eggs, and it gives you... I forget what it gives you off the top of my head, but it's a defensive potion. I think it cleanses a little bit of cold. But I'm just gonna go with keen edges. Folded steel probably would have been another good option, but maybe next time. I will put that file in. We'll take the yarn, but I'm not concerned with replacing anything in my bag with it. Now we can make a dagger out of one of these bolts. I think that I'm going to forgo that for right now, but it is an option with Hob. And we'll take the bags. One thing that I have noticed is that I find myself running short on space, especially early on. You do want to get a lot of these items early with Hob, and I find myself having a bunch of items sitting in storage, and I hate that because it feels very bad to spend money on items that you're not actually using. So we have ourselves set up fairly well here. And once again, stacking up that uh, curse with the cursed idol and the one skull. Yeah, we still do have that starred. As far as relics go, I think that Hob benefits from the relics that have a lot of slots for weapons. I've done well with Chalice. I've done well with Venomous Pincer. Uh, Power Strike Gem has also been good. I don't think that the food-related options are really a great choice for him. You don't want to really go with Eternal Heart or Healing Seed. Um, I do have a lot of experimentation to do, and I can see myself playing a lot of this guy. So we have a Fedora. I'll take a Succulent for a little cleanse, and I think I want to upgrade one of my bolts with the green paste. I may... yeah, I'll just move this down here for right now. See what else I get. Ooh, dagger. That's very important. So we'll throw this over here. It doesn't really matter where at this point. And I'll lock a stamina bag. And we'll throw this up here. We could potentially play some rearranging games to get that mining pick in here. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. The hand file does count as a tool, which means we can start getting some benefit from this chisel, even though we don't have the club for the full-on pickaxe. I'll re-roll one more time, see what we get, save the bag, and fight a Tink. She's got a present, she's making a clockwork rat, has the geonometer, also is running with the cursed idol, but I have enough cleanse to effectively deal with it. She does have 1 star as well, and seems to be running herself out of stamina, which is fairly common with Tink builds. So we do take another victory off that Tink. Looking good. 7 wins, 1 loss. Very strong start. Generally by this time I've had some losses. So, ooh, and we do get an ore out of that. It's not too bad. Uniques. Fingerprintless gloves. I do like this one so far. Not a big fan of the bright vision goggles. Hob does have a very low time to kill, but this seems like it's going to hamstring yourself, although you will look cool. And I just unlocked the concentrated dilution liquid. I haven't gone for some heavy potion builds yet. I will look to do that in the future, but I think for now I'm just going to go with the gloves. Probably do a little bit of rearranging as well. We can upgrade into the full-on safe cracker though, and that's going to be really fun. One thing I did want to check on, I think it does. I think they changed it, and this icon stands for skull now. So we'll have to test that out, see if that works with my cursed idol. We'll move that back there just to make sure that we're getting the full benefit out of that. It's a very strong relic. Like to make sure that we can take full advantage. And not much more we can do. We did upgrade into this Trangoblizer dart. That is a mouthful. Rapid Fire comes up with some interesting names for their items, and I'm here for it. So we're stealing, as is the case with Hob. He loves to steal. And once again, I'm here for that as well. We'll do one more. Yes. The Fedora here does have an upgrade which, interestingly enough, builds out of a Night Dahlia. So it's no longer just a mana production item that I try to get on Buzz and Channa and pretty much no one else. So, not really worried about anything else here. We could move this around. This gets benefits from items from another hero, which is one reason why the heists are so important. But since we haven't been able to get to that early, I'm not too concerned. I think that the heists can be a little bit of a distraction in the early game, and I think it's more focused for later game when you can have, you know, a full-on mythic weapon, particularly from another hero, and fighting another Tink. Lots of Tinks today. I guess Tink must be free in the rotation, which is good. I don't see enough Tink. Tink is very fun. I have a lot of fun with her. Nearly had her at Epic. Did manage to get my Sage up to Epic last season, so made that climb. I'm hoping to be able to make the climb to Legendary with realistically any of those 9 heroes. Alright, we have our unsafe safecracker, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade our second blowgun. So things are looking pretty strong so far. There's that Night Dahlia. I do want to save the life essence. Not sure what I'll use it for, but more sustain is very, very useful on practically anybody. So we're out. Do I want to save? We have a succulent. Not too concerned about that at this point. Ooh, he's got winged thorns. That might pose a little bit of a challenge for us. Yeah, he's doing quite a bit of bleed. So are we, but I think, yeah, he's going to take this one. That's okay. We're still in a fairly good position here, and now we're going to be getting the full benefit from our fingerprintless gloves. Transmutation, bottomless stocking. Oh, that's just for presence. That's a bit of a gamble. Upcycling is from the last season. I'm going to go with transmutation, because as you can see, getting status effects is definitely going to hurt us. Now, we have the Incognito mask and our trench coat. We need the ethereal cloak to upgrade this into our partial invisibility cloak. So we'll want to keep an eye out for that. And there it is. We're not going to be able to get it now. And in fact, we can go ahead and upgrade into our mining pick so that we can keep working on this heist. And we'll take another succulent just to have it. And we can just run with this. More run-ins. Lovely. Weapon rack with an eternal heart. Okay. Not bad. With the double succulent, we are able to cleanse off a lot of those bleeds from his Ripper. He doesn't have any cactuses on his Fanged Blade. That might have been what pushes him over the edge with actually getting status effects to stick. but doesn't seem like he's going to actually do much here, and we'll take the win. 9 wins, 2 losses. Things are looking pretty good. Okay, so here is where the heist comes into play. And you have to have the items positioned perfectly for this to actually work. I think this is just a matter of... Yep. 1 mining pick, 1 tactical blowgun, and we'll begin step 3 next round. I'll move this, and we'll pick up our partial invisibility cloak, which is cool. I have not actually fully completed that item yet. And I'll take a yarn for the harp. What else do we need? We need another file for that. Okay, not a problem. We'll just keep an eye out for that, and the harp will let us upgrade into our full-on mythic blowguns. But getting this unsafe safecracker is excellent. The sabotage enemy equipment is very, very powerful. It's removing minimum damage, so theoretically you can remove enough damage from weapons to allow them to not be able to hit you, or possibly hit for 0 damage. I'd have to test a little bit more and see if that's actually possible, but the possibilities seem very, very strong with that one. And I'll re-roll one more time. I'll unlock this and go with just the standard medium bag. And fight another Tink. Ooh, she's got a potion mixer. I love to see that. But only has a sage oil. Okay, oh, what the... Oh, a snowman. Wow, okay, this must be from one of the new boons. That's pretty insane. Oh, it's a very long cooldown. Okay. Definitely still seems powerful, but not necessarily game-breakingly powerful. And we take another win. Alright, silver chest obtained, 10 wins, 2 losses. Things are still looking pretty good here. And we have our partial invisibility cloak, so we're gonna want to stick items from other heroes on that. In fact, I will start off by sticking some coal. Now let's check our heist. Okay, Gobnoxious Dart, we have that. Bronze Bar, we've got that. And the Steel Pickaxe, we're going to need to upgrade this. So this should be relatively straightforward for us to do. We won't be able to complete it this round, obviously, but I think we'll be able to have the next step in this heist done very shortly. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Wanted to make sure we didn't upgrade into the iron bar there. That would have been terrible. It would have made our heist completely untenable here. So here's another option. Get ourselves a Red Widow, get some more lifesteal, and I do like boots. There is a unique that he gets that is a version of boots that has 4 slots on it. That's a very powerful unique. The dart seems like his best unique so far. And we will save the crown because crowns are insane. And do I want to pit a hide? No, I don't really care for too much food on this guy. So we'll just complete our bag and fight another Tink. Speedbot, not particularly well optimized. She is mining and has some rats. Okay. The partial invisibility cloak is giving us a ton of resists. I still don't know if it's quite enough for us to win this round, um, but it's looking good for us so far. Stacking quite a bit of curse, and yeah, it's making it impossible for her to get any bleeds, or rather, burn procs on us. So there is our pickaxe. Now is just the matter of arranging this in a way where we can get all of the items in the star slots. I think if we do like this, and then... Wait. Steel pickaxe, obnoxious dart, bronze bar. Oh, wait. Oh, it's just the sticky stuff dart. Okay. We'll keep an eye out for that, but not a huge deal. Still learning the items. This guy came out just a couple of hours ago. I woke up a little bit early this morning just to get a few games in on him and see if I could bring you guys some good Hob content. I know I said I don't like a whole lot of food. I think a banana here might be good just to get us a little bit more stamina. We're actually running very high on the stamina usage at the moment. So given that we can't actually work with that, I don't know. There's ways that we can make this work a little bit better. We'll just run with this for now. Going for 2 presents at a time, along with a belt and a fishing rod. Fishing Ronin. I've come to appreciate the fishing rod on more heroes, particularly the ones that use mana. And they're starting to introduce more mana usage, but unless there's been some massive change to Ronin that I don't know about yet, it's not good on him. Alright, 12 wins. Looking good. Still looking very strong here. I don't think we actually need the... let's go ahead and take this. Heavenly Skull will give us a bunch of extra regeneration. And keep looking for other items that we could use. A sticky stuff would be nice. We have the yarn. We need the file. That's what. Keep forgetting. Promise you guys I will get better about that. And there we go. There's our sticky stuff. So we'll just... the Gobnoxious Dart. We're not going to be able to get that this game. Haven't unlocked all the items to build that. That's okay. As I said, I will definitely be playing this guy. I think he's a ton of fun. I think that there's a ton of potential. I don't know if he's going to be meta-defining like Pepper was on her release last season, but he's certainly a ton of fun, and I will definitely be getting him to competitive. Fighting a Buzz. Okay, decent Buzz build, although he isn't going to be getting his Stargazer off of this. He does have 5 slots in his starting bag filled, which is the biggest problem that I see with Buzz. I do plan on doing a Buzz video sometime very soon, but the biggest problem I see with Buzz, even in Heroic, is people not utilizing all of the slots in their starting bag. That is his best form of damage early, and it's really what makes or breaks Buzz early. But we do take that one pretty easily. Ooh, we get a harp. Excellent. I'm not going to worry so much about that. And we'll get to see the full-on hypersonic dart launcher. Is that what it's called? Hypersonic dart sling. These names, bro. These names. We'll re-roll, see if we get anything else. Gravel. Gravel goes into a smoke bomb, which is pretty cool. Placebo potion is... if you're running a potion build, I'm sure it's a lot better. That's a decent heal, especially early game. But we're not going to worry about it right now. And nothing really jumps out at me here. We'll start banishing bags. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue this game, but just opportunities to get better items now that we don't need any more bags. Another Ronin. He's got a golem, strangely. Doesn't seem to be doing a ton for him here. And we're just going to kind of obliterate this guy. Alright, 14 wins, last one. Let's make it count. Oh, hey, got an achievement. Sweet. Now we do have our full-on mythic dart gun. And it does have 3 slots. If we had an extra dart, I would definitely be trying to put that in, but we don't, so it's not a big deal either way. Now, do I want to rearrange this a bit to get it on our unique? Answer is probably yes. Oh, this does count. Excellent. Okay, so the saw, or the unsafe safecracker, does count as a skull and will proc the cursed idol activations. Very good for me to know and keep in mind in the future. As far as other stuff, we can do a little rearranging, but I think at this point we have about everything that we're going to have. We'll take a scarab just for more stealing. Ooh, we got a diamond. That's pretty nice. Another activation on our partial invisibility cloak. And we'll take another dart. Why not? If it does go to next round, I'll worry about... No, we gotta do the right thing. Actually, no, we don't. This is Hob. He's a criminal. We don't do the right thing here. Another tink. This time with lots of gears. Looks like she does have a mana source. Not. Oh, okay, it's the Amethyst Pendant. Good choice. Tink uses mana now. They changed her to start inflicting blind with her blowtorch, which I think can be extremely overpowered, but we've got a full total victory. Pushing up through gold. Very, very excited to keep playing this guy. Really, really cool hero design. I think Rapid Fire knocked it out of the park with this one. I think there's some aspects of his kit that are very strong and will probably be nerfed in the next couple of days, just like Pepper was. But overall, I'm very, very happy with this guy. I hope you guys have a lot of fun and enjoy him in your games too. So, if you have other heroes or builds that you want to see me play, let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.